Welcome fans to the Tech Softball Park in Blacksburg, Virginia, as today we have Pitt against number 18 ranked Virginia Tech Hokies. I'm Josh Coover with the call today for Game 1 alongside my color guy, Andy Loce. And Andy, today we have a good game for you on deck.
Yeah, we definitely do. It's a nice doubleheader here in Blacksburg, Virginia, and we could not have gotten any better weather. There's a slight breeze, but that's common here in the New River Valley. But clear skies. It looks like we're going to have some great baseball after, earlier this week we had some rain. But outside the weather, let's look at what's happening on the diamond, and it's going to be an absolute great one on here today because Virginia Tech has been on a roll. They're one of the hottest teams in the ACC, Josh, and they've really proved over their last 5 games, all of them being run-ruled. So today the Hokies are going to look to keep that streak going while the Pittsburgh Panthers have other things in mind. They want to try to get back into the groove of things. They were ranked 13th in the ACC preseason poll, but they got some things ahead of them that they want to work on and try to make the most out of this trip down here to Blacksburg.
In the circle today for the Panthers is number 26, Abby Edwards, the junior from Dwight, Illinois. Her record is 3-1 and her ERA is 3.98. Meanwhile, moving across the diamond for the Hokies today in the circle is freshman number 34, Ivy Rosenberry, who has been on a tear lately. She is from Winchester, Virginia, with a 3-2 record and an ERA of 2.63, which is second best for Tech this season. Andy, talking a little about Tech's pitching and only giving up a total of 3 runs over the course of 5 games. How dominant has this whole pitching staff been for the Hokies, and how has the pitching staff helped them get to where they are today, being ranked 18th in the country?
Well, I would mention about the run rule situation again, being able to limit your opponents to such little scoring, and they have so few opportunities. Yesterday, Pitt got an experience of that from Keely Richard, only getting 1 hit through the 5 innings that they played. Richard got her 8th win of the season, bringing her record out to 8-1, which is really impressive in the year. Rosenberry is going to be an interesting one to watch today, Josh. The Tech only has 3 losses so far this season, and Rosenberry has 2 of them next to her name. So looks like she's kind of getting back on track a bit, but it's been a rough start to the season for her. She was a phenomenal pitcher in high school, but we get word around the ballpark how she's really increased the speed of her pitching up into the 70s now. So she can be a great number 2 pitcher for Virginia Tech to really help out continuing this hot streak for the Hokies. While I look at Edwards of Pittsburgh, I'll mention her real quick, Josh, before we get underway here. Made 6 appearances for the Panthers in the 2020 season. In the 2019 season, though, Josh, she had the most wins for the Panthers in their regular season. She's a great pitcher. This will be a great opportunity for the Hokies to really face a tough pitcher and really put their win streak to the test.
Speaking of the Hokies, number 2, Jamie Bailey, who will be starting at first base today, told Coach Pete Demore she was not happy with her recent at-bats. So Demore gave her some extra at-bat practice time in the indoor practice facility here at Virginia Tech, and she's been on a tear lately. So far, 10 for 17 with a .625 batting average, 8 runs scored, 14 RBIs, and 6 home runs. Andy, to talk a little bit about Bailey, she made that correction in her swing and in her stance, and she's been dominant and on a tear lately for the Hokies. Talk to me a little bit about how big she has been for this team and helping this team get to where they are today.
Well, not only has she been hitting phenomenally lately, Josh, but she's now hitting above the 400 mark, and her on-base percentage is almost a near .5. She's been reliable this whole entire season. She's hitting the cleanup spot today for the Hokies, and it's truly the reason why. 20 RBIs on the team. She's done a phenomenal job. Looking back to what she did in 2020, Josh, in the 25 games that she played in, which was every game for Virginia Tech, she recorded a hit in 21 of those. That's a very reliable bat for the Hokies, and she's going to be a key player really making sure this Virginia Tech team can get some offense going maybe early on this action. We'll probably see her do something for the Hokies as well. Just the fact that she's been this Hokies team throughout the whole lineup has a lot of incredible bats. But for Jamie Bailey, she's been a great player so far today, starting at first base. She'll be, a great Hokie to watch today and help them out try to get their victory.
For Pittsburgh, this is their first visit to Blacksburg this season. Their last visit was almost 2 years ago. They did not visit Tech in Blacksburg due to the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak that shortened everybody's season in 2020. Some game notes for you. This is their 32nd meeting all-time between Pitt and Tech. Tech leads this series all-time 21-10. Tech is on a current 4-game win streak against Pitt, and the last time these two teams met before this weekend's series was March 24, 2019, when Virginia Tech got the victory against Pittsburgh 10-2 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So talk to me a little bit about Tech's dominance and the history of this series towards Pitt so far, Andy. What are you looking for today on the Virginia Tech side of the ball and the Pittsburgh side of the ball? Are you looking more Tech to keep dominating like they have been during their whole history between Pittsburgh, or are you looking more for Pittsburgh to maybe shock Tech here and pick up a victory or two here in this game 1, game 2 here in Blacksburg?
Well, for Virginia Tech, it's just about continuing what you've really built. An 8-3 record now in ACC play. They got to continue getting results against teams that will most likely be in the bottom half of the ACC. Pitt coming at 13th in the ACC preseason poll. You have to get wins against these teams, especially at home. For Pitt, though, it's all about making the most of your trip. This is a tough challenge. This is a Pitt team that's rebuilding, trying to get something going for the future. And what better opponent than take on the Virginia Tech Hokies, which is regarded as one of the best teams in the ACC.
Well, the weather for today's game is a beautiful sunny day in Blacksburg, Virginia. Weather at 54 degrees, wind 5 to 10 miles an hour east-northeast, 36% humidity, 0% chance of rain. And like I mentioned, folks, sunshine all day long. As we look at the batting order for Pittsburgh, batting first, leadoff is number 6, right fielder E.C. Taylor. Number 26, batting second, number 26, Morgan Batesel, the shortstop. Batting third, number 5, Hunter Levesque, the center fielder. Batting fourth, cleanup, number 27, Caitlin Pavlik, the left fielder. Number 5, first baseman, number 20, Sarah Siemens. Number 6, designated player, number 7, Cammie Thompson. Batting eighth is third baseman, number 8, Kayla Lane. Batting eighth is catcher, number 22, Jack Bush. And batting ninth, and lastly, second baseman, number 11, Lolo Sanchez. Meanwhile, looking at the other side of the diamond for Tech, batting leadoff is left fielder, number 21, Kelsey Brown. Batting second is shortstop, 97, Cameron Fagan. Batting third is catcher, number 12, Alexa Malias. Batting fourth is first baseman, second, Jamie Bailey. Batting fifth is third baseman, number 8, Kelsey Bennett. Batting sixth is right fielder, number 24, Morgan Overitis. Batting seventh is center fielder, number 4, Darby Troll. Batting second is designated player, number 11, Cannon Davis. And batting last and batting ninth is second baseman, number 26, Addie Green. Stay tuned with us, folks. We have National Anthem and introductions coming up next. And when we'll send it back to the studio. When we come back, first pitch will come up shortly before you know it. Stay tuned. Greetings, fans, and welcome inside to Tech Softball Park, as we got a good one for you here as Pittsburgh comes into town, into Blacksburg, to face the number 18 ranked in the country Virginia Tech Hokies. I'm Josh Coover for doing play-by-play in Game 1 alongside my colleague guy Andy Loce. And Andy, give me some thoughts about today's game. What do you think? What are you looking to see from Pittsburgh and Tech today during today's game?
Well, if Game 1 gave us an idea of how this doubleheader is going to go, it's not going to be great for the Pittsburgh Panthers, but what they're going to have to do is in the top of the first inning really get a good start going for them. They've got to make sure that they don't allow the Hokies to get going early, make sure that they do their part, and really taking advantage of the scoreboard. Ivy Rosenberry is the second pitcher on this team, so they're not going to maybe face her again this weekend. Might taking advantage of it right now at going against her on this Game 1 of this doubleheader. I'm looking forward to Pittsburgh though and seeing how they can really respond, because coming off a 9-0 defeat is really tough to do, and you do that in such little time for that turnaround. I'm going to be intrigued to watch that and see Virginia Tech. I mean, they've been dominant this whole entire season, and they've really done it over the last few games, and now it's time to see if they can really put it to the test here in this doubleheader. They had a doubleheader earlier this week against Radford. They took care of business then, and they got 2 doubleheaders in 4 days. Let's see if that wear and tear gets to the Hokies, but if not, it looks like Virginia Tech is going to have a nice day today.
Well, in the circle for the Hokies, as mentioned, freshman number 34, Ivy Rosenberry from Winchester, Virginia. She has a record of 3-2 and an ERA of a 2.63, which is second best for the Hokies. Batting first here for the Pitt Panthers is number 6, E.C. Taylor from Marion, Arkansas. She transferred to Pitt after the 2020 campaign with the Florida Gators. She stole 2 bases for the Gators and scored her first collegiate run against Georgia State for the Gators on February 9th, 2020. As we're getting ready for first pitch from Rosenberry here, and she's looking for the sign from her catcher, the windup and the pitch. Taylor will take that for strike one, and the count goes to 0-1 to start off today's game. Rosenberry, more of a low strike zone pitcher. Most of the contact from other batters is more ground balls than fly balls as the windup and the pitch. Taylor, swing and a miss. And Rosenberry fools her, and the count will go to 0-2. Taylor's already in an 0-2 hole. Now gets back in the batter's box, squares up her feet, and waits for the pitch from Rosenberry. Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. And that ball is going to be outside towards the right of the strike zone for ball one.
Rosenberry doing her part, getting ahead of the count right now. Taylor's going to be the one to fight it back.
1-2 on the way. The windup and the pitch from Rosenberry. Swing and a miss! And just like that, Rosenberry with her first K of the day. And that's one out for Virginia Tech.
That's definitely the moment you want to get going if you're Rosenberry. She's done well this season so far, and she's really gotten actually a bounce back to what she's done. 13 strikeouts on the year, make that 14 for her.
Due up next, number 26 shortstop Morgan Batesel for the Panthers as the windup and the pitch from Rosenberry. Showing bunt, and Batesel will bunt that foul as the count will go to 0-1.
Batesel, one of the better hitters on this Pitt team, hanging around the 311 mark. She's going to have to make sure that she gets on board and get this Panthers team rolling.
Rosenberry, the windup and the pitch. And that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 0-2 on Batesel. Pittsburgh trying to get something going here in the first inning. As was mentioned in yesterday's game, they did not score a single run as Tech shut them out in 5 innings, 9-0. The windup and the pitch from Rosenberry. Just outside the left part of the strike zone for ball one, as the count will go to 1-2 on Batesel.
Yeah, Batesel not playing in yesterday's game for the Panthers, getting her first crack at it here in Blacksburg.
Batesel looking to make some noise. The windup and the pitch from Rosenberry. Swing and a single. Nope. Ground ball towards the second baseman. He throws to first, and the ball will go away. A wild throw to first baseman Jamie Bailey, as Bailey just couldn't haul it in, partner. The throw was a little bit to her right, a little bit out of her reach, and just like that, Batesel's on to first with a single for the Pitt Panthers. This will bring up number 5 center fielder Hunter Levesque for the Pitt Panthers, as Tech looking to get their second out or try to get some sort of momentum going after that error by shortstop Cameron Fagan, number 97 for the Hokies. Hunter Levesque, the senior on this team from Troy, New York. The windup and the pitch from Rosenberry. Swing and a ground ball towards second base. Throws on to second and throws to first to Bailey, and got that double play as Tech gets out of the inning on a double play. And that'll do it for the top of the first. We will send it to commercial break. You're listening to 3304 Sports coverage of NCAA softball. Welcome back to Tech's softball park. As score 0-0 here as Tech last half inning got out from a 4-6-3 double play. And leading off for Tech is number 21, left fielder Kelsey Brown. The sophomore from Haymarket, Virginia. She transferred here from JMU after the 2019 campaign. Played 44 games for the Dukes, led the team in stolen bases with 10, and recorded 23 runs for the Dukes. As she bunts here towards the third base side, throwing to first. That ball's going to get away. Brown running towards second, now scrolling for third. And Brown will slide into third with a late throw, as a wild throw from third baseman Kayla Lane for the Pitt Panthers. And just like that, off of a wild throw, Brown's in for her first triple of the day.
Yeah, so it's going to go in the book as an error, but for Brown, she gets all the way to third base. And Josh, I just want to talk about the conditions here as Fagan, a left-handed batter, comes up to the plate. The wind is blowing over to the right field corner. So if you're going to be able to get a good pull on it here, these left-handed batters are going to be in a treat for today.
Number 97, Cameron Fagan, up to bat now. She takes the first pitch as a strike towards the side of the strike zone, towards the right side, and that count will go 0-1 on number 97, Cameron Fagan. Fagan, a freshman from Dulling Florida. In high school, she was an all-state and all-region selections and led the state of Florida 6A in batting average and runs scored while being second in steals. As Fagan takes another one in for a strike as the count will go to 0-2.
They can get behind the count now.
So Tech has a runner on third, one runner in scoring position. Can they capitalize here in the bottom of the first? The 0-1 delivery. Fagan swings, and that ball's going to get through the right field for a single. Brown will come around to score, and Fagan will stop at first. RBI single for Cameron Fagan in the bottom of the first.
Great piece of hitting so far now for Virginia Tech. That's how you're going to do it. First two batters already bringing a run in. Fagan picks up another RBI on the season, and that's what Tech did right there. They made sure to capitalize off the pit error, off of that error from the third baseman, Lane. So that throw goes out to right field. Brown has the right intention of getting all the way to third base, in which he does. And at that point, Fagan just able to put a dribbler past the first baseman and Siemens to make sure that Virginia Tech took advantage of an opportunity that was given to them from Pittsburgh.
Well, a call to the mound now for the Pitt Panthers to talk over strategy is Alexa Malias, number 12. The catcher comes up to bat. Cameron Fagan with an RBI single to right field as that ball squeezes in through the shortstop and first baseman to score Kelsey Brown. As Tech leads this one 1-0 here in Blacksburg, as now the meeting from the circle is over, and we will resume play.
So yesterday we saw Virginia Tech score 6 runs in the bottom of the first, Josh. Kind of a similar start going right now for the Hokies. They only have 1 run. It's not 6, but this is something that they're going to get. Grab that early momentum and help it carry throughout the rest of the game.
And here's the delivery. Edwards fires it in there for a strike, and the count will go to 0-1. Alexa Malias transferred here to Tech from Central Connecticut, as she did not appear for the Blue Devils in their 4 games of 2020 prior to the season being canceled due to COVID-19. A runner on first for Tech. The 0-1 delivery. Fagan thought about stealing second, but then decides not to. 1-1's the count. Alexa Malias back in the left batter's box, squaring up, now waiting for the pitch from Edwards. Edwards, the windup and the delivery. Fagan goes, throw to second, and the throw is in time. What a throw by Jack Bush for Pittsburgh to throw out Cameron Fagan, stealing second.
Yeah, the pitch was a little bit away, but the catcher, Bush, was able to make the most of it. Great throw. Put it on the right side of the bag. It was great communication between the catcher and the second baseman. And Sanchez got the out, and just like that, Pitt got to have some life in them now.
So the count will go to 2-1. Tech with her first out, the windup and the pitch. That pitch on the outside as the count will go to 3-1. And Edwards in danger of walking her first batter of the day. Alexa Malias in the batter's box. The windup and the pitch. And that's in there for a strike, and that'll fill up the count as the count goes to 3-2 on Malias. Hokies have no more runners on bases. Bases are empty here as Edwards, the windup and the delivery. Malias hits towards the third base side, throwing to first, and that got her. And that'll put 2 away for Tech.
Much comfortable play there from Lane. We saw her have the error to start off the bottom of the first inning. That one was a lot more control, able to make sure to beat out the runner and get the ball to the bag in time. And Pitt is honestly in a good position now. You were looking at them and said 0 outs with the runner on, but now 2 outs with no one on. They've really flipped the script here in the bottom of the first.
And this will bring up first baseman Jamie Bailey, number 2, for the Hokies as she takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And Jamie Bailey, the sophomore from Scott Depot, West Virginia, started all 25 games in 2020 for the Hokies. Tallied a hit in 21 of 25 games, hitting a .385 in 2020 as she takes the next ball for strike 1 as the count will go to 1-1 here on Jamie Bailey. Speaking of Jamie Bailey, she was not happy with her at-bats in her past games here this season. So she talked to Coach Pete DeMore, and DeMore gave her some extra at-bat time. And as current right now, she's 10 for 17 with a .625 batting average with 8 runs scored, 14 RBIs, and 6 home runs. Andy, Jamie Bailey has been dominant for these Hokies lately.
She really has, and that's why she's moved into the cleanup position. A reliable bat that the Hokies can count on when they have runners aboard. This time they don't, though, but she still can get on base.
And the pitch is in there. Nope, pitch is outside to make the count 3-1. So Bailey on the verge of maybe being walked by Edwards. Edwards in danger of, again, walking her first batter of the day. Edwards looking on for the sign. The windup and the pitch. And that ball will be in there to make the count go full as the count goes to 3-2 on Jamie Bailey.
Mention how crazy it's been for Virginia Tech to really, with the COVID-19 pause, it's their first at-bat against the Pitt Panthers this season.
Full count on Bailey. Edwards, the windup and the pitch. Bailey swing and a pop-up towards center field. Routine fly ball, and that ball will be caught by center fielder Hunter Levesque to end the inning for the Hokies. First inning's gone, and the score here in Blacksburg is still tied. Nope, score here in Blacksburg is 1-0 Virginia Tech. We'll take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll see you back here in Blacksburg after the quick commercial break. You're listening. Welcome back to Blacksburg, Virginia, as Virginia Tech leads Pitt here 1-0 at Tech Softball Park. Rosenberry last time out had one strikeout, gave up a single and a double play to end the inning. As here she is now pitching to Caitlin Pavlik, number 27, the left fielder, and Pavlik takes the first one for a strike from Rosenberry as the count will go to 0-1.
Yeah, one of the best hitters on this Pitt Panthers team last season, Josh. She started every game in left field for them in the 2020 season and recorded the team best 11 RBIs, 2 triples, and 4 home runs.
Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. And that ball is going to be in there, called strike. Then the count goes to 0-2. As Rosenberry has her exactly where she wants her. This is where she goes to attack, as you saw in the first inning with her first leadoff batter and a strike. Rosenberry waiting for the sign, the windup and the release. That ball's going to be just a little upstairs for ball 1 as the count will go to 1-2 on Pavlik.
Yeah, Rosenberry does a great job getting ahead of the count, and she has in that first inning. We saw that, and continuing to do it here in the start of the second.
The windup and the release, and swing and a miss. Rosenberry got her for the second K of the day, as that'll be 1 out for the Panthers, and that'll bring up number 20, Sarah Siemens, the first baseman. Swinging a foul ball towards the right side for Siemens as the count will go to 0-1.
Yeah, looking at Sarah Siemens, what she'll be able to do. Tied for 4th on the team last season with 6 RBIs. Her first career home run, Josh, was a grand slam against Clemson back on March 8th in 2020. What a moment for her that had to be for her first collegiate home run.
The pitch from Rosenberry is outside for ball 1 as the count will go to 1-1 here on Siemens.
Playing at first base today. Going to be reliable. She had the air got past her, but that wasn't her fault, but definitely had to come up to do a better at-bat.
And that pitch from Rosenberry's upstairs for ball 2, and the count will go to 2-2 on Siemens. Siemens in 2020 played 16 games for the Panthers, and out of 7 of those 16 games, she started. In 23 at-bats, she had 5 hits, 1 double, 1 home run, and 3 runs for the Pitt Panthers last season. As the pitch to Siemens is fouled away, and the count will go to 2-2.
Great piece of pitching so far. Been really everywhere on the plate. You want to go everywhere in the strikes and really get the strikeouts.
So Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery to Siemens. And that ball is going to be upstairs for ball 3. And the count will go 3-2, full count on Siemens.
Yeah, I believe this is the first full count that Rosenberry is going to have to deal with in today's game. When that pitch got a little bit away from her. Let's see if she can settle in for this one.
Rosenberry, the full count delivery, and Siemens will foul that one away. As the count will stay 3-2.
Yeah, I believe they got a piece of her off the foul tip, walked away from the batter's box for a bit, regathered herself, and making sure to protect that plate and keep the at-bat going.
Rosenberry, the windup, and here comes pitch number 8. And that ball is going to be fouled away towards the Hokie side of the dugout. Count stays 3-2. Sarah Siemens is battling with Rosenberry here in the top of the second. Rosenberry already 2 Ks on the day. Waiting the sign, now the windup and the release from Rosenberry as that ball is going to be popped up out of play towards the right side bleachers. And the count will stay 3-2. Sarah Siemens awaits pitch number 10. Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. Swing and a ground ball towards the shortstop, who throws on to Bailey at first, and she got her. As that's now 2 away. From Cameron Fagan's throw to Jamie Bailey to retire the second batter of the top of the second.
Yeah, another ground ball there to Fagan. Was a lot more controlled this time up, and she made sure to really stay calm with it, gather herself, get the right footing, and deliver the throw to first base. That error from the first inning did not really distract her on that throw, which is good to see her do.
This will bring up freshman number 7 designated player Cammie Compson. Compson, a freshman from Westerville, Ohio. In high school, she totaled 23 home runs, 142 RBIs, batted a .482 batting average, and had a .687 on-base percentage.
Yeah, not only that, but she broke individual batting records. The home run record, the individual RBI record, that helped her become an Athlete of the Year finalist. She's a great batter, and for her sitting at 7th in this lineup sixth in this lineup, could be really lethal for the Panthers.
Compson in a 2-0-2 count as that ball is line drive to right field for a base hit single. And Compson will stop at second for Pitt's second hit of the day, and that's Rosenberry's second hit given up on these Panthers.
Great hit. Way to go opposite field there for Compson, who drilled over to the right field. I'm telling you, that wind's carrying it today. That softball is going to have a little bit more elevation when it goes out there to right field. So for Compson to get a runner on with 2 outs, they're smelling a little rally right now for the Pittsburgh Panthers.
So here comes third baseman number 8, Kayla Lane, batting 7th today. She shows bunt, now stops as Compson thought about stealing second and then goes back to first as the count will go to 0-1 as that ball is in there for a strike. Pittsburgh has Compson on first, a runner on first as Lane shows bunt, now stops, the pitch is in there, swing, ground ball towards the third base side, throws on to Bailey at first, and she got her for the 3rd out of the inning as Tech does not allow any runs in this inning, and the score will stay 1-0 Tech as we go middle of the second here on 304 Sports. Welcome back to Blacksburg, Virginia, as Tech still leads this one 1-0 here at Tech Softball Park. So far, Tech has only given up 2 hits with no errors, and Tech has given up 2 hits with 1 error, and Pitt has given up 2 hits with no errors. So, due up next for the Hokies is number 8, third baseman Kelsey Bennett. And Kelsey Bennett so far this season, not so far this season. Last season started all 25 games for the Hokies, led the Hokies in RBIs, tied the team's leader, Grace Chavez, at the time with 7 home runs, and started off 2020 hot with a home run, 3 RBIs, and a double against Iowa on February 7th, 2020, as Bennett takes first pitch in there as a strike, and the count will go to 0-1.
Yeah, on the season, she's hitting .400 for the Hokies, and hitting number 5, we were mentioning earlier, she switched between the 4 and the 5 with Jamie Bailey because that's how good Bailey's been, but Bennett's even better 5.
Bennett will take that ball outside towards the left side's batter's box, as that'll be ball 1 as the count will go to 1-1 on Kelsey Bennett. For Edwards so far, she's been solid today. She's only given up a hit and allowed 1 run. So if you're Pittsburgh, that's a win. As here's the delivery and the pitch, and that ball is going to be outside for ball 2. 2-1 count on Kelsey Bennett. Pitch is outside again. That's another ball on Kelsey Bennett. As the count will go to 3-1. So Abby Edwards is on the verge of walking her first batter of the day. She has not walked a batter since. As Edwards waits on the sign. And swing and a blooper to the gap as that ball will get down for a single for Kelsey Bennett. And Tech has a runner on first to start the bottom of the second.
Yeah, didn't get all the power she would on all of that swing, Josh, but it was just enough to get in between that right center gap and just fall with ease. Got the first base easily. Now it's time for the bottom of the lineup to do some work for the Hokies and try to pull away from these Panthers with a runner on first.
And here comes right field number 24, Morgan Overitis, at her first at-bat today in today's game as a release and the delivery, and that ball's going to be in there for a strike as the count will go to 0-1 on Overitis. Morgan Overitis, a sophomore from Canton, Michigan, played at the University of Michigan as a sophomore. So she's a redshirt sophomore now. She had a career best .277 batting average, played 32 games for the Wolverines. As that ball gets away from Jack Bush, and Kelsey Bennett will advance to second base off of a wild pitch from Abby Edwards.
Yeah, so not a great pitch there from Edwards. You don't want to bring runners in scoring position as we see a change out there at the second base position. With Bennett coming over to second, they're going to go into their lineup and bring in another runner.
Morgan Overitis this season so far has played 9 games for the Hokies, has 4 home runs on the season, and has been hitting the ball very well, as she had 2 home runs in the Radford series on Wednesday.
So yeah, Rebecca Ludwig comes now in to second base, where she'll be the designated runner for Kelsey Bennett.
The 1-1 delivery to Overitis. Swing and a pop fly to left field, as that'll be a routine pop fly. And Caitlin Pavlik makes that catch for out number 1 for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Up next for the Hokies is number 4 center fielder Darby Troll, seeing her first action today in the batter's box. The junior from Fort Mill, South Carolina, started and played 23 games last season for the Hokies and had 2 multi-hit games during the Spring Break Challenge in 2020. So far this year, she's played 15 games for the Hokies and is second in doubles this season. As the first pitch is in there outside for ball 1, as the count will go to 1-0 on Troll. So Ludwig on second for the Hokies, a runner in scoring position. Darby Troll up to bat, leads the team in doubles. No, second in doubles, this season. So let's see if she can make some noise. The windup and the pitch. Ludwig thought about going, but now retreats back to second base, as the count will go to 2-0. 1 out for Tech here, and they're up 1-0 here in Blacksburg, Virginia. Edwards awaiting the sign. Now the windup and the pitch. And that pitch is way outside for ball 3, as Edwards is on the verge of a 4-pitch walk, Andy.
She is. She hasn't really been able to control this at bat. It's the first one we've seen from either pitcher today that have gone this much of a hole. And as you can tell, Pitt definitely wants to talk about it as Bush comes up. They have a little conversation with Edwards on the mound. And with only 1 out, you bring a runner on with Troll. If she's able to get the first base via walk or by hit, that could put some damage into your score. And remember, this Virginia Tech team has been known to really pull away from their opponents. And this is looking like an opportunity with Troll at the bottom of the lineup. Can start bringing in the top of the lineup as we go throughout this inning and really put the damage on the Panthers.
So a 3-0 count for Darby Troll, 1 out and a runner on second. The windup and the pitch. And that pitch is going to be in there for strike 1. So now the count goes to 3-1. Tech again has a runner in scoring position. Rebecca Ludwig is on second. So Tech has one runner in scoring position with only one out, and they lead this game 1-0 against Pittsburgh in Blacksburg, Virginia. Darby Troll up to bat, the windup and the pitch, as that pitch will be in there again for strike two, and the count goes full on Darby Troll.
Been a great recovery for Edwards.
Excellent recovery.
Yeah, worked from a 3-0 now to a full count, and she's got really the cards in her hand now.
The 3-2 delivery. Troll fouls that one back towards the netting, towards the left side of the stadium. Count will stay full. Ludwig still on second. And it's funny, partner, the amount of softball you and I have seen, in baseball, there's a lot of shifts, a lot of defensive shifts, but in softball, I haven't really noticed a whole lot of defensive shifts. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
The count, that's going to be a ground ball right up the middle. Ludwig comes around third, and she will score and slides in for the 2-0 Tech lead, as that is an RBI single for Darby Troll. And Tech leads this one now 2-0 here in Blacksburg.
Didn't want to cut you off on that question right there, but with the shifts, I feel like, you don't want to really get out of position since the infield is much relatively smaller compared to baseball. But right there, they might have wanted to move the shortstop a little bit over to the left. It was a punch right in the middle there by Troll. But add another RBI to her name. And great piece of running there from Ludwig to come home from second. You get the Hokies a nice 2-0 lead, and now the Hokies are really in the business.
So this will bring up designated player number 11, Canna Davis, the junior from Harrisonburg, Virginia, as she lines that one towards the second baseman, steps on the second, throws to first, and that'll be a double play for the Pittsburgh Panthers. A 4-3 double play as E.C. Taylor catches the ground ball, steps on second, and throws towards Sarah Siemens to first to end the bottom of the second. But the Hokies get one run, and Tech's now up 2-0 here in Blacksburg. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 minutes on 3304 Sports. Welcome back to Blacksburg, Virginia at Tech Softball Park. Is last half inning in the bottom of the second. Tech added another run on the scoreboard, and they lead Pitt now 2-0. As Andy, something that we're going to talk about. Normally by this time in the game, over the past 5 games, Tech has had at least 3, 4, even 5 a 5-run lead on the team that they're playing, and right now they're up 2-0 in the top of the third. As that's a swing and a miss. The delivery from Rosenberry to number 22 catcher Jack Bush. And Andy, what do you think about Tech only scoring two runs in the by this top of the third? Excuse me.
It's truly remarkable how Rosenberg throws the 0-1 that's fouled off here by Bush. It's truly amazing to really see how Virginia Tech's been so dominant in getting their games going and starting in every way situation. And only a 2-0 lead is kind of like, oh, Pitt's still in this one. That's what the Panthers have to be thinking right now. They've been so good to start off that they have to be in a good position that they say, we're only down 2 runs. Let's get into this.
So Rosenberry, the delivery, and that ball is going to be just outside for ball one, as the count will go to 1-2 on Jack Bush. Jack Bush is only a freshman from Spartansburg, South Carolina, actually home of Zion Williamson, as that ball will go foul towards the Hokies' side of the dugout. I knew you liked that one, partner, when I said Spartansburg, South Carolina. What does that make you think of besides Zion Williamson? Also, John Morant.
It truly has been. The 2019 NBA draft, whenever I look at players and doing prep, and when I see Spartansburg, South Carolina, those are the 2 first names that come to my mind.
And Wilmington, yes. The delivery, swing and a miss. And that's Rosenberry's 3rd K of the day, as one is away for the Hokies now, and that'll bring up the 9th batter, number 11, second baseman Lolo Sanchez, who will see her first bit of action today. Rosenberry, the delivery. Sanchez will take that outside for ball one, and the count will go to 1-0.
Well, Sanchez just had an excellent defensive play in the bottom of the second inning as the hit from Davis went off the glove of Green, and she recovered it, made a smart play, ran to second base, got that tag down, and delivered the throw to first.
Sanchez check swings, and that ball is going to look and say she didn't go, as that ball will be outside for ball 2, as the count will go to 2-0. Sanchez from Stockton, California, and she actually played some of her collegiate ball at Mercer. During the 2018 and 2019 seasons, she played for Mercer and then transferred to Pitt as a junior for the 2020 season. As Sanchez grounds to the shortstop, it throws on to Bailey at first, and that'll put 2 away. 2 down for Tech here, 2 up, 2 down. And this will bring up the top of the order, number 6, leadoff batter, right fielder E.C. Taylor, who had a strikeout in the first inning. The windup and the delivery from Rosenberry. Taylor swings on and will swing that one foul back behind her, and the count will go to 0-1.
Yeah, look at really Rosenberry's pitch count. She's at 36 now. She's done a lot of great work. She goes through that whole entire lineup, and she only allows 2 hits. Let's see if she has a better run at it through the second time.
Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. And swing and a miss for E.C. Taylor as the count will go to 0-2. And Rosenberry with a strikeout could end the inning here for 3 up and 3 down for the Hokies. The windup and the delivery from Rosenberry, and Taylor will foul that one off towards the left side of the field, near the left, down the left field line. As the count will stay 0-2 with 2 outs for Pittsburgh. Tech still leading this one 2-0 here in Blacksburg. Rosenberry so far 3 Ks on the day, only allowing 2 hits. As the windup and the delivery to Taylor, and Taylor check swings, and that ball is going to be outside for ball 1 as the count will go to 1-2.
Good job for Taylor to hold that bat back. She was almost there, Josh, but she didn't go all the way through, and she stays alive.
Rosenberry waits for the sign, now winds up and releases, and that'll be another check swing for Taylor. She'll take that for another ball as the count will go to 2-2. Good take by 2 good takes by Taylor there as she holds up on the swing to not strike out and end the inning for the Panthers. Rosenberry awaiting the sign, now the windup and the pitch, the 2-2 delivery, and that ball is going to be outside to make it a full count, 3-2 on E.C. Taylor with 2 outs for the Hokies.
Taylor's eye has been really useful in this at-bat. Went from an 0-2, now up to a 3-2. Now has an opportunity to extend this inning.
Taylor holding her ground here, and here comes the full count delivery as that'll be a ground ball towards Fagan, and Fagan can't control it. That ball will land in left field towards Kelsey Brown, and E.C. Taylor will have herself a single in the top of the third, as that'll bring up number 26, shortstop Morgan Batesel, who in the first innings had a single herself. So we'll see if she can capitalize on that single she had in the first inning. A runner on first for Pittsburgh. Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery, and that pitch is going to be in there for strike 1 as the count will go to 0-1.
Going back to the Taylor hit, Josh, that took an odd hop for Fagan. She was already going to go with the backhand glove, but it took an odd bounce, and it went off her, ricocheted off her glove out to the left field, and Taylor gets on.
Rosenberry awaiting the sign, now the windup and the delivery. Taylor thinks about going, but then retreats back to first as the count will go to 1-1 on Batesel. Yeah, last play towards Cameron Fagan, it must have had a crazy spin on it, and that's why she probably couldn't be able to control it. Rosenberry waiting the sign, now the windup and the delivery. Taylor now goes as Batesel hits one towards second base. Addie Green throws on to first to Jamie Bailey for out number 3, and that'll end the inning as Tech holds on to the lead 2-0 as we go middle of the third here on 304 Sports. Welcome back to Tech Softball Park as Tech still leads this one 2-0 against Pittsburgh. As up next to bat for Tech is Addie Green, number 26, the second baseman, who last play and the top of the third caught the ground ball to throw on to Jamie Bailey at first to retire the side for Pittsburgh. Abby Edwards looking to go to work here for Pittsburgh as Green now steps in the batter's box, and the windup and the delivery from Edwards. As Green check swings and will take that ball and will take the ball low for ball 1, and the count will go to 1-0 on Green.
We got Abby versus Addie right now, and for Addie Green, it's last batter for the Hokies to come to the plate today, third inning. Kind of rare for her. they come this late.
Green hits towards second base, who throws on to Sarah Siemens, who will retire Green one away as second baseman Lolo Sanchez makes the out to put one away for Tech.
And 3 straight outs to her name, you know. Any inning on that double play in the second, and then to start things off in the third, really in control. And now Virginia Tech running to the back of the top of the order. Well, they found some success in that first inning. Let's see if they can find similar results.
Well, this will restart the batting order. Number 27 left fielder Kelsey Brown up to bat now, who in the first inning had a triple off of a wild throw. She will ground towards shortstop, who throws on to Sarah Siemens, and it looks like, yep, that's going to stand as a crowd since that there was something wrong, but that out's going to stand as that'll be out number 2 as 2 up and 2 down for Abby Edwards here for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Brown really showed that speed right there, but just could not beat out that throw, and it was a great job by the shortstop Batesel to retrieve that and deliver a nice throw to first.
So number 97, Cameron Fagan, the shortstop now, batting for the Hokies, as in the first inning she had a single, awaiting the first pitch, and she will receive it as that ball will be outside for ball 1, and the count will go to 1-0. So Tech has no runners on. They're up 2-0 here in Blacksburg against Pittsburgh. Cameron Fagan, the shortstop, number 97, is up to bat. Edwards has been cooking this half inning. 2 up, 2 down for her as a release and the delivery, and Fagan will foul that one off towards the left side of the field, towards Tech's side of the dugout.
And we notice some, a little bit of, rush tendency in the infield for the Panthers to start this one off, but they've really calmed down and they're relaxed and they're in the groove now, and that's something that's really useful for Pittsburgh.
As that pitch is going to be in there, check swing for Cameron Fagan, and she went. So the count will go to 1-2. And Edwards could get out of this inning with a strikeout, a ground ball, or a flyout in order to put 3 up and 3 down for Pittsburgh here. As Edwards, the windup and the delivery, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Swing and a miss for Abby Edwards, her first K of the day. 3 up, 3 down for Pittsburgh as we go to the top of the 4th here in Blacksburg. Tech still up 2-0 on Pitt. Welcome back to Tech Softball Park as Tech still leads this one 2-0, as now number 5 center fielder Hunter Levesque comes up to bat for the Pitt Panthers. As last inning, Pittsburgh and Abby Edwards rolled. 3 up, 3 down for Pittsburgh as Rosenberry is still in the circle here for Tech. The windup and the delivery to Levesque. Levesque swings on towards the third base side, Kelsey Bennett. But the umpire says that ball hit foul before it went back into play. So the count will go to 0-1 on Hunter Levesque. Rosenberry gets a little bit of the rosin bag. Now steps back into the circle, awaiting the sign. Levesque back in the batter's box. Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. Levesque swings on and fouls that one towards the netting, towards the right side of the stadium, as the count will go to 0-2 on Levesque. Hunter Levesque so far this season has played all 20 games for the Panthers and leads the team in sacrifice bunts and in triples. She has 1 sacrifice bunt and 2 triples. So far today has been pretty quiet as she hit into a double play in the first inning, so she's looking to get going here this game. Looks like we got a bat change for Hunter Levesque here.
The umpires are going to take a look at this bat right now and talk about it with the third base coach.
Oh, they're going to look at the bat to see if there's any sort of illegal substance on it or anything. And now the umpire is taking the bat towards the Hokie side of the bullpen and is going to put it out of play. So Hunter Levesque had to change bats due to something on the bat she had formerly. And that's interesting to see what they found. We will have more information on that when we get it. Right now we do not. as the count is 0-2 on Levesque. And here's the pitch as Levesque will foul that one back towards the netting, towards the right side of the stadium. And you see that in the major leagues a lot, about a lot of pitchers and batters with illegal substances on their hands and on their necks and on their bats, and you rarely see that in college, Andy.
You really do, especially with composite bats. I don't know what could be in there or what could be on it, but I was just thinking it might be a busted bat and might have to change it.
The 0-2 delivery is upstairs for ball one as the count will go to 1-2 on Hunter Levesque. Yeah, and that's interesting because, you know, the college bats are mainly metal. So what could you possibly put in a metal bat? I don't know. But when we find out, folks, we will have more information for you when we do. The windup and the pitch, Levesque will swing on and ground that one towards the shortstop, Cameron Fagan, who throws on to Bailey. And Bailey couldn't catch the low throw, as that throw was not the best. And Hunter Levesque will get on with a single. So now this will bring up number 27, Caitlin Pavlik, the left fielder, with a runner on first from a bad throw from Cameron Fagan to Jamie Bailey. Levesque thought about going and now retreats back to first as the count will go to 0-1 on Pavlik. Rosenberry so far 3 Ks today. With only 4 hits allowed. Waiting for the sign, Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. Swing and a line drive to the left fielder, Kelsey Brown. And Caitlin Pavlik will get in there for a single. 0 outs for the Panthers here as they now have 2 runners on, 1 on first and 1 on second, as that'll bring up number 20, Sarah Siemens, the first baseman. And now we have a meeting at the mound between Alexa Melias and Ivy Rosenberry to discuss over strategy, probably just trying to calm her down, Andy.
Honestly, that might be the case right there, Josh. I mean, with 2 runners now in for the Panthers, you got that tying run on first base. This is the most the Panthers have really been, you know, able to balance with the Hokies in this matchup so far. So, good idea for Melias to just go up there and calm down the pitcher.
The windup and the pitch as both runners think about going, and then they both retreat. Levesque and Pavlik both thought about double stealing, and then they both retreat as Levesque is on second and Pavlik is on first. And Siemens could do some damage here for the Pitt Panthers.
Especially with 0 outs. I'm not opposed to the idea of bunting right here if you're Siemens, because you have an opportunity to move 2 runners in scoring position.
Here comes the 0-1 delivery as both runners think about going again and then retreat back. As the count will go to 1-1 on Siemens. Tech still leading this one 2-0, but Pittsburgh knocking on the door here with 2 runners on base as Pavlik's on first and Levesque is on second. With the first baseman, number 20, Sarah Siemens, up to bat. The count at 1-1. Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. Here's the pitch. And Siemens will take it in there for strike 2 as the count will go to 1-2. And the last thing Rosenberry wants to do here is walk Siemens and load the bases with 0 outs, because then that's going to bring up number 7, Cammie Thompson, who had a single in the first inning. And she's 1 for 1. The windup and the delivery to Siemens, who swings on towards third, throws to second. Green, who cannot make the throw to first, but she will get 1 out, and that'll put 1 away as the runners are now on the corners for the Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, Bennett retrieved that one, gave a kind of a off throw to second baseman on that one. That was on second base. It was Addie Green, who was going away from her body a bit, and she couldn't deliver a good throw for the first base. Good for her just to eat it up, but keep the double play ball alive. So now that with 1 out on the board, if they're able to put Thompson with a grounder in the infield, he could still get out of this inning with no damage done. Smart play there from the second baseman.
Here's the delivery to Thompson from Rosenberry as a throw on to second. Gets away, and that'll score Levesque as Pitt will now take a run here in the top of the 4th as Tech's lead gets shrunk to 1. So now Tech's only up by 2-1 as a wild throw from Alexa Melias to Addie Green to second. Green couldn't convert it and throw out the runner Siemens, and that'll score Levesque. So Siemens on second, Cammie Thompson in the batter's box. She's 1 for 1 on the day, as here's a delivery from Rosenberry. Siemens thought about going to steal third, now retreats back to second, and the count's 0-2 to Compson. 0 outs still. I mentioned 0 outs for the Pitt Panthers, and they just scored a run. So, Andy, if you're the Hokies, how worried are you right now about your 1-run lead?
Well, it's 1 out on the board, but they with the stealing that just took place there, with Siemens getting over to second, that was able to distract them enough to help bring home Pavlik. Excuse me, that was actually Levesque that was the one who scored for the Panthers, taking advantage of another Hokies error.
The delivery, and that's going to be a single straight up the middle. Here comes around Seaman. Nope, she'll stop at third. And Compson will take second. And that'll be her first double of the day, as now she's 2 for 2. And Pittsburgh now has 2 runners in scoring position. Siemens at third and Compson at second. And this is going to bring up third baseman number 8, Kayla Lane, for the Pitt Panthers.
Now the Panthers are taking care of business right now for the Hokies. That was a great piece of hitting there as well. Smart to not go home on that one. I like the idea of holding up Siemens at third base, but that was smart running there from Compson to get to first, and then when she seeked the opportunity to second, she took advantage of it.
Foul ball from Kayla Lane as the count will go to 0-1 off of Rosenberry's first pitch. Pittsburgh has 2 runners in scoring position, as mentioned. Compson at second and Siemens at third, with Kayla Lane up to bat, the third baseman number 8. Tech still leading this one 2-0 in Blacksburg, top of the 4th.
A loud out could also bring home the runner.
The delivery from Rosenberry as Lane fouls one off towards the left side where Tech's dugout is, and the count will go to 0-2. Tech still knocking on the door, though. Pittsburgh's knocking on the door to Tech's lead is now. We have a stop and play. This might be a substitution for Tech.
Yep, going to change up the runner now for Pittsburgh on second base.
Excuse me, not for Tech, for Pittsburgh. So now coming in to run for Pitt
it's
is number
Crittenden, the former Virginia Tech Hokie. She played 10 games here during the 2019 season, and now she's sitting as the leading run for the Panthers.
The 0-2 delivery to Kayla Lane shows bunt, now doesn't, now will swing, and that's going to be a single to left field. That's going to score Siemens. Comes around Compson, she'll stop at third, and Tech will tie this game up off of an RBI single by Kayla Lane.
So Pittsburgh doing their job and tying this one up, and still in business with only 1 out. They got runners on the corners. The Panthers have really taken over this inning and pretty much this entire game. I mean, you look at the first 3 innings of play, you thought the Panthers were just going to not really be much of a challenge to the Hokies, but now Panthers are the ones that are saying, we are the team that you should be worried about, and they're doing a great job in this first game of this doubleheader.
Now up for the Panthers is catcher number 22, Jack Bush, and we see some activity in Tech's bullpen right now as they got a pitcher up. Looks like that's Mackenzie Osborne, number 10, right now getting warmed up in Tech's bullpen as Rosenberry may be in trouble for Tech. Runners on the corners. Rosenberry with the 0-0 delivery. Now first pitch in the delivery, shows bunt, now doesn't. Throw on to first, throw on to second, and it's not going to get there as it's short.
Yeah, Green cut out the throw between Melias and Fagan because she thought that Crittenden was going to try to come home on that one and take the lead. So it was a design play to try to trap the runner from third. Crittenden did not buy in on it, and runners on the scoring position again for the Panthers.
Rosenberry, the windup, and the 0-1 delivery. That ball's going to be a little upstairs for the second ball of this sequence, and the count will go to 2-0. Two runners in scoring position for Pittsburgh, 1 on second, 1 on third. Jack Bush up to the plate to bat. Tie game here in Blacksburg, 2-2, Tech versus Pitt. The windup and the delivery is Bush, will foul that one off, and the count will go to 2-1. Rosenberry, the windup and the delivery. Bush will pop up to right field, as that'll be a sacrifice RBI from Jack Bush, and Pitt will take a 3-2 lead here at Tech. Their first lead in this 4-game series against Virginia Tech here in Blacksburg.
I don't know if people could have heard through our microphones the wind that was being brought out. I mentioned earlier on this game, this wind is blowing out east, which is going to go to the right field. That sacrifice fly provided by Bush had enough carry on it to bring home Crittenden and give the Panthers their first lead of the series.
So second baseman Lolo Sanchez up to bat now with a runner on second and 2 outs for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Pitt's up 3-2, like we said, first lead of this 2-game series. As Rosenberry, the windup in the delivery, check swing by Sanchez, doesn't go, but the ball's in there for a strike, and the count will go to 1-1 on Sanchez. As previous play, RBI sacrifice fly by Jack Bush, as she lined out to Morgan Overitis in the right field to have out number 2 for the Hokies. The windup in the delivery. And that ball is going to be outside for ball 2, as the count will go to 2-1 on Lolo Sanchez.
I'm interested to see how long the leash is now here for Rosenberry. The Panthers have really exposed her in this inning, and now the Hokies are the one who really have to play catch-up.
The windup in the delivery, Sanchez swing, and that ball is going to get in the gap, coming around third to score, and Sanchez will stay at second, but gets an RBI single, and Pitt takes a 4-2 lead now here in Blacksburg. And I think it's safe to say right now, this fan base here at Tech is stunned.
It surely is. We've seen a Virginia Tech team that has given up 2 runs in their entire homestand here. They've given up 4 in this inning alone.
Top of the order now for Pitt. Swung on towards Addie Green, who throws on to second. To shortstop, Cameron Fagan, who will retire the side. And that'll end the inning. But Pitt does some damage here, and they take their first lead of this series as Pitt leads Tech 4-2 as we go middle of the 4th. You're listening to Third Through 04 Sports softball coverage. Malia steps in the batter's box, the count at 1-1. Edwards awaiting the sign. Now the release and the delivery. Malias will swing on and line that one towards the second baseman, Lolo Sanchez, for out number 1. And Pitt will retire the first batter of the bottom of the 4th. So here comes number 2, Jamie Bailey, who has been pretty quiet today. Not much going. As the windup in the delivery to Bailey is in there for a strike, and the count will go to 0-1 for Edwards.
Just want to apologize to everyone for the missing of the beginning of the first at bat for Virginia Tech in this frame. Batteries went out, and now we're here with the 1 out. Didn't miss much of the scoring. Still 4-2 Pittsburgh.
The windup and the delivery to Bailey is going to be outside for ball 1, and the count will go to 1-1 on Bailey. Edwards, the past 2 innings, has been just cruising for the Pitt Panthers as she has 1 K and has retired the last 4 batters in a row. Can she make it 5? The windup and the delivery to Bailey as that ball is going to bounce in the dirt for ball 2. And the count will go to 2-1 on Bailey. Due up next for the Hokies is number 8, Kelsey Bennett, the third baseman, who's also been quiet today. As Edwards awaits the sign, Mackenzie Osborne still in the bullpen warming up for the Hokies as here's the pitch, and Bailey will follow on off towards the left side of the field.
Yeah, for Virginia Tech, this is probably the best time to bounce back after giving up 4 runs in the top frame, because you got the middle portion of your lineup coming up. You got Bailey, you got Bennett, you got Overitis. It's going to be a good portion of the lineup to really get the things back going, and maybe you can start here with Bailey.
The 2-2 delivery. Bailey swings on and lines that one towards the left side of the field, and she will be on with a single, as that's a 1-out single for Jamie Bailey for the Hokies. Batting now, number 8, Kelsey Bennett, the third baseman, who has a runner on first now. Jamie Bailey just singled towards left field. But the Hokies do have one out in this bottom of the fourth. Edwards awaiting on the sign. Now the windup and the delivery. Bailey thinks about going, now retreats back to first. And the count will go 0-1 on Bennett. Due up next for the Hokies is number 24 right fielder Morgan Overitis. As the windup and the delivery to Bennett is going to be just outside for ball one, and the count will go to 1-1 on Bennett. Bailey still on first base, so the Tech does have a runner on, but they have none in scoring position. Can Bennett change that? Edwards has been cruising since the last inning as the ball is in there for another ball, and that ball will be outside, so the count will go to 2-1 on Kelsey Bennett. As we get a call to the mound here between catcher Jack Bush and pitcher Abby Edwards. And Andy, if we take a look at Abby Edwards, she's been cruising the past 4 batters before Jamie Bailey. No, the past 3 batters before Jamie Bailey, and then all of a sudden gives up a single to Bailey into left field.
Yeah, she might have motivated the Pittsburgh offense a bit. After that bottom of the third inning, it was a 1-2-3 frame. She started off with an out as well. Bailey was able to crack Edwards, though. But now it's the rest of the Hokies' job to get to her and try to bring this result back into the favor of the Virginia Tech.
The pitch, and Bennett, a huge hack swing and a miss. As the count will go to 2-2 on Kelsey Bennett. She was fooled on that last pitch, a 4-seam fastball right down the middle, blew it right by her. The 2-2 count to Bennett, the windup and the delivery. Bennett will foul that one towards out of play, towards the right side bleachers, and the count will stay 2-2. This is the first time Virginia Tech has been down in a game in 5 outings, Andy. 5 outings. They've been dominant the last 5 outings. First time they have been down in a game. As a windup in the delivery to Bennett. And that's going to be in there. Called strike on the corner. Bennett doesn't agree with that call, but Edwards gets the K, and that's her second K of the day. As that's going to put 2 away for the Hokies.
It's a big strikeout as well. Got her looking. And at a count that was looking like Virginia Tech could have broken through possibly and got something going. But now the Hokies are going to have to settle with maybe getting a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 4th inning. There's still a ton of softball left to be played. They don't need to make up the deficit right now, but they definitely want to get something going for them into the second half of this game.
Huge K for Abby Edwards to get momentum on Pitt's side. As now we have a call to the circle, including Pittsburgh's head coach. Head coach will now run towards Pittsburgh's side of the dugout. And the meeting at the circle will break. And Edwards will continue to stay in the game. Due up now for the Hokies is number 24 right fielder Morgan Overitis, who's been quiet this game so far. Jamie Bailey, number 2, is still on first base, so the Hokies do have a runner on base, but she's not in scoring position. They also do have 2 outs after the big strikeout by Abby Edwards. As Edwards starting to feel it now, paints the corner, and that's called strike as the count will go to 0-1 on Overitis. If the inning is extended, number 4 center fielder Darby Troll is due up next for the Hokies. As that ball will be in there for a ball, as the count will go to 1-1 on Overitis. As Pitts leads this one bottom of the 4th, 4-2 over Tech here in Blacksburg. Edwards the pitch. That ball's a little outside as the count will go 3-1 here on Overitis, and 2-1, excuse me, on Overitis.
It's kind of crazy to think that this will only be Edwards' 54th pitch of the game. Been really great these last 2 innings.
Overitis swings one, lines it towards ground ball towards Sanchez, throws on to first, and in time for out number 3. So the Hokies cannot score a run in the bottom of the 4th, and Pitt still leads this one 4-2 over Tech here in Blacksburg. That'll take us to the top of the 5th. You're listening to 30304 Sports coverage of collegiate softball. Welcome back to Tech Softball Park in Blacksburg, Virginia, as Pitt still leads this one 4-2 over Tech here in Blacksburg. Due up now for Pitt is number 26, the shortstop Morgan Batesel. And can Pitt go back to work and add on more runs on Tech here in Blacksburg? Rosenberry is still in the game. The windup in the pitch as Batesel lines that one a single towards right field. Overitis. And Overitis will throw on to Green in second, and Batesel will stop at first for a single. And that's a one-pitch, one-hit single for Morgan Batesel here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, they had 5 singles in the top of the 4th inning, which led to 5 runs. And we were talking about this over the break. Rosenberry definitely had her struggles coming in that last frame. She went out there and gave it her all, but it looks like that her day's going to come to an end here in the top of the 5th.
So Rosenberry goes 5 1/3, strikes out 4, gives up 9 hits to Pitt, and allows 4 earned runs as here comes number 10, Mackenzie Osborne, on for Tech from Richlands, Virginia. So Rosenberry gets the call. Her day is over, and Osborne's day just starts as Osborne will come into this game with 0 outs.
Yeah,
Morgan Batesel. Oh, sorry, Andy. What'd you say?
I was going to say, 4 innings for Rosenberry under her belt for that one. It was a pretty good start to the game for her, but I would definitely say in that 4th inning, she just ran into many problems, and the Panthers used a ton of small ball tactics to really pull themselves away from the Hokies. 6 singles given up through the last 2 innings for Rosenberry. That's not going to be a great sign, especially when you have runners going just around in circles around the bases. So I like this move. I think it's a good time to bring Osborne in. I honestly would have brought her in before the start of the inning. So bringing in a new pitcher, because Pitt had a trouble for the first 3 innings trying to figure out Rosenberry. And now they're going to have to figure out a whole new pitcher. That might hold them back from really extending this lead even more. I like the idea from Pete DeMoore to really say, let's make a change in our bullpen. And Osborne came out and pitched a good inning against this Panther squad yesterday with 1 inning against them.
Well, number 27, left fielder Caitlin Pavlik's up to bat as Batesel will steal second, and the throw is not in time. So Batesel now in scoring position for Pitt. Pavlik up to bat. And just like that, Pittsburgh has 1 runner in scoring position on second base with 0 outs here in Blacksburg.
Malias did not think that she was going to be going on that run. She was a little slow to get the ball out of her hand, but when she did, it was a really close play there at second base.
Here's the delivery, and Pavlik swing and a miss. And the count will go to 1-2 on Pavlik. 1-1, excuse me. Osborne looking to get Tech out of this inning without any damage. Pavlik up to bat. Batesel on second. The delivery. And that's in there, called strike. The count goes to 1-2 on Pavlik. As Osborne looks to find 1 out at least here for Tech in order to get more momentum on their side. Pitt leading this one 4-2 here in Blacksburg over Tech. Morgan Batesel on second. Pavlik up to bat as Pavlik will line that one just foul towards the left side of the field as that ball hung in the air for a while and just goes foul for Pavlik as the count will stay at 1-2.
It's a good battle right now between Osborne and Pavlik. His first at bat, of the game for Osborne, and she's going to try to take advantage of this opportunity and really get some momentum going. And she's got the lead in the count right now. Let's see if she can seal the deal.
The 1-2 delivery from Osborne. As that ball's going to be upstairs for ball 2, and the count will go 2-2 here on Pavlik.
This is something that I noticed with Rosenberry and now going on to Osborne. The Tech pitchers have had a little bit of difficulty getting through the batter. They have a good job jumping ahead, but they've had some difficulty closing the at-bat, giving them opportunities to get some hits and get some runs. Osborne has been able to do that so far in her first at-bat.
The windup and the delivery from Osborne is Pavlik swings and pops this one up towards the third base side, and that ball is going to be caught by Kelsey Bennett for out number 1, infield pop fly, and 1 away for the Hokies here in the top of the 5th. This will bring up last batter was number 5 center fielder Hunter Levesque. This is actually now number 27 Caitlin Pavlik, as Levesque was the last batter. Levesque was the one to pop up into the infield to the third base side. Batesel still on second. Pavlik up to bat now. 1 out and 1-0 count. The 1-0 delivery, and that's going to be in there for strike 1 as the count goes to 1-1 on Pavlik.
Yeah, let's look at Pavlik. What she's done today. Second inning, she went down swinging for a strikeout, but then the top of the 4th inning, she was one of the 5 Panthers to record a single. If she can get one in the outfield now, Josh, it can definitely extend this lead up to 3.
Osborne, the 1-1 delivery. Pavlik takes it. Batesel thought about going and now retreats back to second as the count goes to 2-1. So Pavlik looking to convert another runner as the 2-1 delivery from Osborne. Pavlik swings, and that ball is going to be into center field. Here comes around Batesel, and Batesel will score. And Pittsburgh now leads here at Tech 5-2.
It's going to be this discussion between the first base and the third base umpire there. It's the runner that came around going to say that there was a runner's interference. So it will be a second out. So the runner on second base, which I believe was Batesel, is going to be recorded with the out because she kicked the ball out to left field. The interference came at a good time, and the Hokies are lucky to get that call, keeping it a 4-2 game.
Well, thank you for that clarification, Andy. Is now 2 outs for the Hokies and 2 outs for the Panthers. That'll bring up number 20, Sarah Siemens, the first baseman, as Pavlik's on first with a single. As the count goes to 0-1 on Siemens. The 0-1 delivery, Siemens will take that upstairs for ball 1 as the count will go 1-1 on Siemens. So Pavlik on first. Pitt still leads this game 4-2 over Tech here in Blacksburg. Can Pitt add on more? Osborne, the 1-1 delivery, and that ball is going to be in there for a strike as the count goes to 1-2 on Siemens. Pavlik still on first. Osborne, the 1-2 delivery. That ball is going to be outside to make the count go 2-2. So Pittsburgh could have had a run in this inning, but due to runner's interference, the run did not count. Therefore, Pittsburgh now has 2 outs. The 2-2 delivery from Osborne. And that's again outside to make the count go full. So Pavlik still on first. Siemens, full count in the batter's box. Pittsburgh with 2 outs, leading this one 4-2. Osborne, the full count delivery. Swing and a pop-up towards the foul territory as first baseman Jamie Bailey is under it to make the catch to end the inning with 3 outs. Pitt still leads this one 4-2 here in Blacksburg. Middle of the fifth we go. We'll see you in 2 minutes after the commercial break. You're listening to Third Throw for Sports coverage of collegiate softball. Welcome back to Blacksburg, Virginia, as Virginia Tech still losing this one 4-2 to Pittsburgh, and on their own home turf is for Tech. The 7, 8, and 9 spot due up now in this bottom of the fifth. As first due up, center fielder, number 4, Darby Troll, as she will line that one, base hit towards the right field. Single for Darby Troll. And just like that, the Hokies have a runner on with 0 outs here in the bottom of the fifth.
That's exactly how they had to start off the bottom of the fifth inning. Get a runner on. They haven't been able to do that in the last few innings, Josh. And for them to do it in the first pitch of the first at-bat, Troll paying her dividends and making sure the tying run for the game can come up to the plate.
Number 11 designated player Canna Davis has been quiet today, batting in the 8th spot here for the Hokies. Edwards, the windup and the delivery. Troll thought about going, but then retreats back to first as the count will go to 0-1 on Canna Davis. 0 outs for the Hokies here. And just like Andy said, the tying runner's up to the plate, and they could do some damage. The 0-1 delivery. Swinging a pop-up out of play towards the right field stands. And that'll be in the bleachers for a fan to get. So the count will go to 0-2. Troll on first. Davis up to bat. Edwards still in the circle for the Pitt Panthers. The delivery from Edwards. And that ball is going to be in there, called strike. Edwards' 3rd K of the day as Davis strikes out looking. And that'll bring up number 9, the second baseman, number 26, Addie Green, for the Hokies.
There's a 1-2-3 strikeout and a perfect response from Edwards after giving up a hit to Darby Troll. You get in there, you dial back in, you hit the corners, you get that first down, and just like that, Edwards seems a lot more calm and relaxed on the mound.
The delivery from Edwards is going to be outside. The count goes to 1-0 on Green.
It'd be really pivotal if Green can get on here, because it'll go us to the back of the top of the order for the Virginia Tech Hokies and get some of their more predominant batters in the box, maybe creating some chaos.
The delivery from Green. Green will swing on towards Lolo Sanchez. He throws on to first for the out. 2 outs for the Hokies, but Green's ground out to second did advance Darby Troll to second base. So the top of the order for the Hokies now as number 21 left fielder Kelsey Brown comes up to bat. And Kelsey Brown does have another fellow Hokie in scoring position. Darby Troll, the center fielder, on second base right now, but they do have 2 outs. Edwards for Pitt looking to get out of this inning without any sort of bleeding and hold this 4-2 lead. Swing and a miss for Kelsey Brown as the count will go to 0-1 as Troll thought about stealing third and hesitated and retreated back to second base.
That was a great pitch from Edwards. I mean, Brown started off this game for Virginia Tech with a single in the first, but last time had a ground out to the shortstop. So, got to get one back out in the field to keep this inning going.
The delivery from Edwards swung on, grounded towards Sanchez, throws on to first, and she got her. 1-2-3 out inning for Pittsburgh, and Pitt will hold on to this lead 4-2 here in Blacksburg. Middle of the top of the 6th we go. After this 2-minute commercial break, you're listening to Third Throw for Sports coverage of collegiate softball. Welcome back to Blacksburg, top of the 6th inning as Pitt still leads this one 4-2 over Tech. As due up for the Panthers, the 6, 7, and 8 spot. First due up, number 7, Cammie Compson, the designated player who is 2 for 2 on the day so far. She's having herself a day. Mackenzie Osborne still in the circle to pitch for the Hokies. If you're just tuning in, Ivy Rosenberry went 4 innings, struck out 3, gave up 8 hits and 4 earned runs. Her day was cut short towards the top of the 5th after her single she gave up. Swung on by Compson to third baseman Kelsey Bennett, who throws on to first to to Jamie Bailey, who retires one away. So just like that, the Hokies have one down here against Pitt. Up next is number 22, catcher Jack Bush, who's been a little quiet today. As Bush shows bunt, Osborne waiting. Now the windup and the delivery is Bush will take that one upstairs, and the count will go 1-0 on Jack Bush. Due up next for the Pitt Panthers is second baseman number 11, Lolo Sanchez. As Bush again shows bunt. Osborne will wind up the pitch, and that ball is going to be low for ball 2. So the count goes to 2-0 on Bush. No runners on for the Panthers. 1 out with the 4-2 lead in Tech here in Blacksburg, top of the 6th inning. Bush shows bunt again. Osborne the release, now the delivery. That ball is going to be just upstairs, and the count will go 3-0 here on Bush, as this might be a 4-pitch walk for Osborne.
I'm going to mention some field changes for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Emma Ritter goes out to right field while you have Morgan Overridus going to second base.
And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Mackenzie Osborne, as Cammie Thompson will take first.
It's not a wind change here, Josh.
Yeah.
Remember, the flags were going out to the outfield. Now they're going the other way, and they're going against the batter. That's a huge change up from the start of this game to now.
Catcher Jack Bush is now up to bat, as Cammie Thompson was the one who took Kayla Lane, number 8, was the one who took the 4-pitch walk. Catcher Jack Bush, number 22, is now up to bat for the Pitt Panthers. So the 1-0 to Jack Bush, and the delivery from Osborne. That ball is going to be just outside. That's now 6 balls in a row for Mackenzie Osborne.
Yeah, she's having a hard time finding that zone and getting comfortable to dealing it in there. This is not good. You don't want to give up walks, give up unrewarded opportunities to these Panthers team.
The 2-0 delivery. Swung on, that ball is going to be fouled towards Tech's dugout, towards the left side of the field by Bush. And the count will go to 2-1.
Yeah, so she broke that 6 straight ball streak. That's good to see them make contact on a strike. But the thing is, Osborne can really recover in this inning if she's able to put a ball in play on the ground.
1 on for Pitt, as that's going to be another ball, and the count will go to 3-1 on Bush. So Jack Bush up to bat for the Hokies. Kayla Lane took a 4-pitch walk, is now on first base for the Pitt Panthers, and Pitt still leads this one 4-2 here in Blacksburg. The delivery, and that's fouled back by Bush, and the count will go full 3-2.
Osborne's very happy to be back in this situation after being down 2-0 in the count, pretty much. She's gotten back to a full count. Now she has to deal with a really killer pitch.
Runner on first for Pitt. Bush still in the batter's box. The full count delivery, and Mackenzie Osborne will walk Jack Bush. That's 2 straight walks in a row, and that's going to bring up number 9, the second baseman, number 11. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 11, Lolo Sanchez. And now we have a call to the circle.
I'm actually going to think, Tyler, that they're going to make a change, but I don't know. I hear 2-5, so there we go. It's going to be a change out there in the infield. Instead of going with Cammie Thompson. Excuse me, no, it is Kayla Kane. Wow. Kayla Lane exits the game as
a lot going on here there, partner. There's a lot going on here.
And then they bring out Hannah Bosch.
So Hannah Bates makes her first appearance of the day for the Pitt Panthers. That's what my partner's trying to say. As she will be base running in place for Kayla Lane. So Lolo Sanchez is now in the batter's box as she takes first pitch, shows bunt, and takes it for a strike. So the count will go 0-1 as the whole infield came in expecting a bunt from Lolo Sanchez. So 2 runners on for Pitt, 1 on first, 1 on second, 1 out, and a 1-0 count to Lolo Sanchez. The delivery from Osborne to Sanchez, swung on towards shortstop, throws on to first to Bailey, and that's in time for out number 2. Shortstop number 97, Cameron Fagan, makes the play to get out number 2 for the Hokies.
Yeah, but now Bache and Burdick, who came in as pinch runners, are now advanced over. So now you have to say to yourself, with 2 runners in scoring position.
So right fielder number 6, E.C. Taylor, up to bat for the Pitt Panthers now. 2 outs, but the Panthers do have 2 runners in scoring position, 1 on second and 1 on third, with a 2-run lead, 4-2 here at Tech and Blacksburg. The delivery to Taylor is outside, so the count will go to 1-0 on Taylor.
And E.C. Taylor has the opportunity of really putting the dagger in this one, Josh. 2 runners in scoring position, a hit out to the outfield. This could be a 4-run ball game.
Maybe not the dagger, but it would make it very tough for Tech to come back. As here's the 0-1 delivery to Taylor, who swings and misses, and the count will go 1-1 here on Taylor. Still 2 outs, 2 runners on for Pitt, 1 on second, 1 on third, 2 runners in scoring position, to be more specific, and Pitt leading this one 4-2 in Blacksburg over Tech. Osborne, the 1-1 delivery. Taylor swings and fouls that one back towards the netting, towards the left side of the stadium. And the count will go 1-2.
2 solid pitches there.
One swing of the bat could open this one wide open for Pittsburgh. And we'll see if Taylor can do it. As a 1-2 delivery from Osborne. Taylor swings on. That's a single up the middle. That's going to score 1. That's going to score That's only going to score 1 as the throw from center fielder Darby Troll is in time to catcher Alexa Melias for out number 3. And that's going to end the inning for the Pitt Panthers. But not before they score 1, as now the score is 5-2 to middle of the 6th we go here on 304 Sports. Welcome back to Blacksburg as Pitt scored 1 run before having their 3rd runner thrown out by Darby Troll in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th we go as Cameron Fagan's up to bat now, number 97, the shortstop, as Fagan will foul that one back towards the netting, towards the left side of the field, and the count will go 0-1 on Fagan.
I'm going to look at this inning. I'm going to say this is Tech's golden opportunity, Josh. This is the 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up for Virginia Tech, and this is gonna be the most depth part of the lineup that Virginia Tech's gonna have. Got to make sure that they take advantage of this opportunity before it becomes too late for them.
You're exactly right. 2, 3, 4 due up first for the Hokies, and you're down by 3 runs. 1-0 delivery. Fagan swings on towards first base side. The throws on to Sanchez, who steps on to first, and that's not in time, as Fagan beats it out and will secure the Hokies' first base runner of the bottom of the 6th.
Put in the perfect spot. Sanchez was a little slow to come over from second base, and then by the time you had Siemens retrieving the ball, she couldn't deliver the throw in time. This is good. Still got that tying run on deck, so it's going to be a big opportunity now for
Alexa Melias, the catcher's up to bat now. I got you, partner. Melias is up to bat now, takes it in there for a strike, as that's going to be an 0-1 count on Melias. So Tech has 1 runner on. Fagan's on first after she beat out the ground ball to the first baseman, Sarah Siemens. And if Tech wants to do something, they need to do it now. As here's the 0-1 delivery, as that ball's going to be in there for a strike. 0-2 count on Alexa Melias, and she's already in the hole early with her duel against Abby Edwards. 0 outs for the Hokies. Bottom of the 6th, now down 5-2 against Pitt here at home in Blacksburg. Fagan's on first. The throw. That's going to be just foul. Hugs the left foul line towards the left side of the field, and just goes foul as the count will stay 0-2 on Alexa Melias. Tech's been quiet since the 2nd inning. They have not scored a run since the 2nd inning. Can they do something here? The 0-2 count, and that's just outside. The count will go 1-2. As good take by Malias there for the Hokies. Fagan still on first. 0 outs for the Hokies. Edwards the windup and the delivery. And that ball is going to be high for a ball as Fagan thought about going. And then as soon as she saw Bush try to make a throw to first, she retreated back.
Yeah, Fagan did try to steal earlier in today's game, but was caught stealing. Might be a little hesitant coming this time around.
The 2-2 delivery. Malias swings on and fouls that one off towards the Pitt bullpen, towards the right side of the field, and the count will stay 2-2. Nice little battle here between Malias and Edwards, as this will be the 7th pitch of this at-bat. The 7th pitch incoming for Edwards. Waiting on the sign. Fagan still on first for the Hokies. 2-2 delivery. And that pitch is going to be just outside for a ball as the count will go full. 3-2 here on Malias. Malias back in the batter's box. Pitch number 8 coming for Malias from Edwards. Fagan still on first. And the 3-2 delivery. Swung on towards shortstop. That ball's going to get through. Fagan running around third, and now will stop as Malias with a double to start her bottom of the 6th. And if you're Tech, that's exactly what you needed.
Yeah, you needed a pit error like when you had Batesole, the error gets through to her, and that made it really tough for her to really retrieve that. That could have been a 6-4-3 double play, but instead that puts 2 runners in scoring position for the Hokies. You know, Batesel's got to feel awful over there right now, that shortstop position, to let that one get through to her. But with 0 outs and 2 runners in scoring position for the Virginia Tech Hokies, they're definitely in business now. They definitely can get something going with this at-bat. We just noticed seeing a little a runner change happening for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Instead of it going to be focused in now on Malias, they're going to bring in a pinch runner, Maddie Ferrico.
If you're just tuning into our broadcast, Alexa Malias hit a simple ground ball to Morgan Batesole, whose ball went through her legs and squirted into the gap into left center field, allowing her to advance on a double and Fagan to advance on third. Pitt leads this one 5-2 in the bottom of the 2nd here in Blacksburg, but Tech is knocking on the door as they have 2 runners in scoring position, with number 2, Jamie Bailey, up to bat. And if there's one person you want up to bat right now, it's number 2, Jamie Bailey, who's been on fire lately.
Yeah, she had a single in the 4th inning, Josh, but we mentioned before the game of how dominant she's been with the bat over the last few games. If she can really cash in now for the Hokies, this could be a ball game.
The delivery. Bailey swung on, pop fly towards right field as she will line out. But that's going to score one here as Fagan comes around to score off an RBI sacrifice fly by Jamie Bailey and cuts the deficit to 2 here in Blacksburg, as now the Pitt lead is only 5-3 over Tech.
Great contribution by E.C. Taylor. You know, the wind was coming in pretty heavy right as that ball was hit. Given that opportunity for her to make her way over to right field, that's a difficult catch. If she makes an error right there, that's easily 2 runs, and who knows how far Bailey would have rounded the bases. So it's 1 out, Pitt gets out of a huge jam, still up 5-3. Virginia Tech still with that tying run at the plate.
Runner on third, number 8, Kelsey Bennett up to bat. Takes it for ball 1 as the count will go to 1-0. And if you're Tech, you just want to chip away until you just got to go all in by the bottom of the 7th. The 1-0 delivery to Kelsey Bennett. Runner on third, here it comes. As that ball's going to go foul towards the left, down the left field line, as the count will go 1-1 here for Bennett. So a runner on third for Tech. Previous play was a sacrifice RBI fly from Jamie Bailey to score Cameron Fagan to cut the lead down to 2. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on and fouled back by Kelsey Bennett, and the count will go 1-2. 1 out for Tech here. Story of the day, Abby Edwards has been cruising so far, and this is her first run given up since the 2nd inning, and it's the bottom of the 6th now. So 4 innings of just straight perfection for Abby Edwards.
Really was, and for that reason, that's the reason why she's still in the game. It looked at times at the beginning she was struggling, but kind of vice versa what happened with her and Rosenberry. Tech couldn't figure her out anymore.
The 1-2 delivery. And that is called strike. Strikeout for Abby Edwards, her 5th K of the day, and Tech fans are not happy about that one, as they thought that ball was a little outside, but the umpire a little generous towards Abby Edwards.
And I just panned that right outside that strike zone. Just got the corner that she wanted. That's a huge strikeout, and now with 2 outs, Virginia Tech really does not want to leave a runner on base.
Now number 24, Morgan Overridis, up to bat now. Has been quiet today. Tech still has a runner on third, but now with 2 outs.
Overridis had a pop up to left field in the 2nd inning and grounded to a 4-3 in the 4th. She's going to have to get one to field now.
As Overridis will pop one up towards the foul territory, and that ball is going to veer chest into the Tech bullpen to just go foul, which keeps this at-bat alive, and Tech's hopes alive of trying to either tie or take this lead.
Yeah, down to the last strike in this inning. Overridis going to have to take
Overridis in a hole. 0-2 count on the way. Swing and a pop-up to Loce Sanchez, the second baseman, to end the inning. And that'll end the 6th inning, but Tech does chip away as they add 1 here in the 6th. Pitt still leads this one 5-3 in Blacksburg. You're listening to 304 Sports coverage of collegiate softball. Welcome back to Blacksburg, Virginia, as Pitt still leads this one in the top of the 6th, 5-3 over Tech. Pitt smelling an upset in game 1. They're only 3 more outs away, as number 26 Morgan Batesel, the shortstop for Pitt, leads off this inning for Tech. Swing, and she fouls that one back out of the stands towards us, and the count will go 0-1. Mackenzie Osborne still in the game for Tech. She came in to replace Rosenberry in the 5th. And she's looking to continue her dominance here, as she's only allowed 1 run since her time in. That previous pitch was a ball, so the count will go 1-1 on Batesel. As Osborne looks on, now the 1-1 delivery. That's going to be just outside for ball 2.
The thing when you think about what Batesel...
No, strike 2, excuse me. Go ahead, Andy.
Well, the thing about Batesel is that when you see the 2-1 count, actually, it's going to be 2-1. You were right the first time. What she had an error in that bottom of the 6th inning that almost opened the door for Virginia Tech, but they didn't. This has to be a comforting sign going forward, and you got to make sure this at bat that she can really make up for what she did in that last frame.
So the count goes to 3-1 on Batesel. Osborne really cannot afford to walk or give up any hits this inning if Tech wants to keep this league competitive. Osborne waiting on the sign. Osborne the windup and the 3-1 delivery. Swung on, and Batesel will line that one right towards the third baseman, Kelsey Bennett, for 1 out. Huge for the Hokies.
It's a good first out. There was a great infield play there made by Bennett. And now you got to get to the heart of the lineup for the Panthers. The number 3 and the number 4 batter. Right now you have, coming up, you have Levac, with 1 hit, 1 run, and 3 at-bats today. You know, she was one of those players for the Panthers who had a single in that 4th inning. There were 5 of them, and she definitely was the reason why Pittsburgh was able to get out to this lead. That 4th inning was the turning point in this game so far, and it's looking like Pitt had looked to finally make a little bit of extension in their lead.
Hunter Levesque up now for the Pittsburgh Panthers, the center fielder, as she takes the first one for a ball, now the second pitch as a ball, so the count will go 2-0. Osborne looking to refine the strike zone. Last batter, Batesole lined out to Kelsey Bennett, the third baseman, for the first out for the Hokies. The 2-0 delivery from Osborne. That ball bounced in the dirt, and the count will go 3-0.
And Josh, when I look at this Virginia Tech pitching in this game 1 of this doubleheader, I think the one word that can come to my mind is inconsistency. It's at times where you have Osborne getting ahead in the count in her favor, but then there's at-bats like this, or the 3-0 hole that she's got herself
The
into.
3-0 delivery. That's going to be in there, called strike, and the count will go 3-1 on Levesque. So if this lead holds, Abby Edwards could come on for a complete game as Levesque swings one towards the right field side. Routine pop fly, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder,
Emma Ritter.
Number 90, Emma Ritter. Thank you, partner.
No problem. They made that fielding change.
They
a
did.
little bit later
They did.
in the
You're
game.
right.
Yeah. It's a crazy how these pop flyers are going out to right field right when the wind comes. It makes it so difficult for those right fielders to make the adjustment.
So here comes number 27, Caitlin Pavlik, the left fielder. Pavlik's been busy today, and also busy as of late, as she takes the first one for ball 1, so the count goes 1-0. Osborne awaiting the sign. Now the windup in the delivery, the 1-0 delivery. That ball's going to be a little high for ball 2.
Once again, another hole that Osborne has dug herself into. And against the cleanup hitter for the Panthers, you know, that's not a good position to be in. She just had some difficulty finding that strike zone today.
The 2-0 count on Pavlik, and the 2-0 delivery from Osborne. That's going to be in there, called strike, and the count will go 2-1. And boy, it'd be huge for Tech's confidence if they can go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 7th.
It would definitely, and it would definitely make it much easier for them in the bottom of the 7th inning when they have to go with their 7, 8, 9 batters. So they got to get this out before they can start thinking about how they're going to get back in this one.
The 2-1 delivery is fouled back towards Tech's side of the dugout by Pavlik, and the count will go 2-2. Osborne awaiting the sign. Now the 2-2 delivery. That ball's going to be just outside, and that's going to fill up the count, and the count will go 3-2. Pavlik looking to keep this half inning alive, as she's dealing with a full count. Osborne, the full count delivery. And Pavlik will take it for a ball, and she'll be walked by Osborne. This will bring up first baseman number 20, Sarah Siemens. As Siemens has a runner on first, and she takes the delivery. Now fouls the one back towards the netting, and the count will go 0-1. So Pavlik's walk keeps this half inning alive, as Pittsburgh still leads this one here at Tech 5-3. Osborne awaiting the sign. Now the delivery. That's going to be in there right down the middle for strike 2 as the count will go 0-2 on Siemens.
And this is better pitching right now from Osborne. She's dialed it in. She's just throwing it over the plate, doing her job ahead of the count. Now she can really go anywhere she wants to with this bat.
Osborne, the 0-2 delivery. In the dirt. And the count will go 1-2. Palvick on first for the Pitt Panthers. Siemens in the batter's box. Pitt up by 2 runs. The 1-2 delivery from Osborne. Siemens swings on it and fouls the one back towards the netting. The count will stay 1-2. Osborne awaiting the sign. And now the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss! Osborne got her to end the top of the 7th. And that'll do it for us here in the top of the 7th as we'll take a 2-minute commercial break. And when we come back, can we see if Virginia Tech can win it and walk it off here in Blacksburg? Stay tuned. Welcome back to Blacksburg, Virginia, as Pitt leading this one 5-3. Bottom of the 7th we go for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Due up for the Hokies is 7, 8, and 9. Due up first for the Hokies is center fielder number 4, Darby Troll. And as the Hokies are down by 2 runs, this is their last half inning to try to win this ball game.
It certainly is. And what better time to do it than right now, because you're right, bottom of the 7th, Pitt is 3 outs away from pulling a great result in game 1. The Hokies, though, on the other hand, are thinking about how they can keep this one going. It's not a great start, though, with the 7, 8, 9 position, but Troll has been 2 of 2 today.
Edwards, the delivery to Troll, as that ball is going to be outside for ball 1.
2 singles today, 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 5th for Troll. They did not score in that 5th inning, but she did get it going with the first pitch hit.
The 1-0 delivery from Edwards. And that's going to be in there for strike 1 as the count will go 1-1. So what's at stake for the Pitt Panthers? Well, Abby Edwards could pitch a complete game, and the Panthers could get one of their first signature win of the season. As Edwards delivers the 1-1 count, and Troll will foul that one back to go 1-2.
It really shows how amazing the sport is, Josh. You know, yesterday Virginia Tech was all over Pitt, and 9-0 win on Friday nights. And now you come here Saturday early afternoon, Pitt's in the position to beat the Hokies, which you would think to yourself yesterday, like, no way this Pitt team could really mess with this Virginia Tech team, but here they are up top.
The 1-2 delivery, and that ball is going to be just outside for ball 2, as that'll make the count 2-2 on Troll.
It's also great to really see the Pitt infield come in and start talking to Edwards, saying, you got this, just stay in it, you're good, you've been pitching phenomenally over the last 4 innings. Keep it up right now, and we got ourselves a win to start off the doubleheader.
Abby Edwards, the 2-2 delivery. Troll will line that one out of the stadium, foul towards the right side to stay alive, 2-2.
Just a little bit too much pull on that one, but protecting the plate, making sure that she's not going to go down looking. That's one of the worst feelings you got to feel as a batter in a big-time situation like this.
Abby Edwards has not allowed a home run yet this game as Troll fouls that one back towards the netting to stay alive, 2-2. Edwards has allowed 3 earned runs for the Hokies and 7 hits, but has not allowed a home run yet this game. Troll is in a 2-2 count. Edwards will deliver that 2-2 count, and that ball is going to be upstairs to make the count full.
And Troll still has a good opportunity to get on base, and Virginia Tech in the leadoff runner on. It's very crucial. They've got that over the last few innings, but they really haven't been able to get the dividends out of it just yet.
Edwards a 3-2 delivery, and Troll will foul it one back towards Tech's side of the bullpen. Troll staying alive here. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat, partner.
It would be. Pitch number 90 coming up for her on the day. Got to make sure that she does her job, but make sure it's a good 90.
Abby Edwards, I'm sure, is feeling fatigued, but trying to win one for her team as Troll foul that one back. Uncatchable for the catcher, Jack Bush, or the third baseman, Kayla Lane.
That's 3.
And she'll stay alive as the count will go 3-2.
Sorry about that, yeah. 3 straight foul balls. So Troll doing her part. Been a great at-bat for Darby Troll. And see if she can actually, maybe get on base for this effort that she's put in.
You're right, because there's no runners on for the Hokies here, and they're down 2 runs, bottom of the 7th. Full count for Troll, the delivery. Troll pops that one up, and that'll be caught by Kayla Lane, but that was a little miscommunication, as that could have been bad for the Pitt Panthers.
And Bates thought she was going to be the one that got that. Lane was the one who was underneath it.
Lucky that was caught.
Yeah, the Panthers dugout right there probably took a huge
sigh of relief.
Yeah, had to hold their breath for a second right there. And but the good news is for them is they got that one out, and that's been a difficult out all game. And now you start thinking to yourself, how can they really get through this one?
So here comes designated player Canna Davis, number 11, who fouls that one back towards the right side of the netting to make the count go 0-1. Tech fans feeling a little nervous here right now as their team is down 2 runs here in Blacksburg. 0-1 delivery from Edwards. That ball is going to be a little high as the count will go 1-1 on Canna Davis.
Davis today has grounded out and was struck out looking. Hasn't been able to get on base yet today for the Hokies. Got to do it right now for them if they're going to have an opportunity.
Davis swings, and that ball's going deep, but will be foul just to the left of the foul post.
She got all of that one, though, Josh. I mean, if that
was in play, you would have kissed that one goodbye, partner. That one would have been gone.
Exactly. We probably made it all the way out there to Beamer Way. But, man, that was a great swing there from Davis. We haven't seen a hit like that pretty much all day from either side. That one carried out there all of the spectators that are sitting along the road. And that, but you know what that is? That's just a loud strike. And now you got to get focused back into the at-bat and down to your last strike.
So the count will go 1-2. The delivery to Canna Davis. She swings and misses. And that's Edwards' 5th K of the day. 6th K of the day, excuse me, for Abby Edwards. As the Pitt Panthers and Edwards is 1 out away from victory, but they first had to get through number 90, Emma Ritter, the right fielder.
Yeah, Ritter's first at-bat of the day for the Hokies. She came in for Addie Green a little while back, and now she'll have an opportunity at it. Looking at the year, she hits .269.
First pitch in there for a strike.
Kind of an intense situation here for Ritter to get your first at-bat. Down to your last out for the Hokies. But got to make contact with it now. Got to keep this game alive.
The 0-1 delivery from Edwards. Swing and a miss for Ritter. And she's already in an 0-2 hole against Edwards.
That's the second time she's really been chasing that outside low stuff. Now down 0-2. I wonder if Edwards is going to try to test the low stuff again because it seems like Ritter's been chasing.
Can Pittsburgh secure a signature win against the 18th ranked Virginia Tech Hokies as Ritter fouls that one back towards the netting to stay alive? Count still stays 0-2.
Got a solid piece of that one right there, Josh. Go ahead. I was going to say got the extension of the pad and continuing to protect that plate, something that's been in a great force today from both teams.
The 0-2 delivery from Edwards. Swung on. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Throws on to Sarah Siemens, and that'll do it. Game 1 belongs to the Pitt Panthers, and they get their first ranked win of the season, beating the Virginia Tech Hokies 5-3 here in Game 1 in Blacksburg. Game 2 coming up shortly. Annie Loce will be on the call for that. But stay tuned. We'll see you in a little bit after the commercial break for the intermission report. Stay tuned. You've been listening to 3304 Sports. Collegiate softball, Pitt wins this one 5-3 over Tech here in Blacksburg.